Good evening. Glad that you are watching us on the county's television on the news tonight. Day one of schools reopening faces social distancing challenge as some schools opt for learning in shifts.
Apart from overcrowding, everything else is normal.
The giraffe and the zebra were not friends, and
Also tonight, some learners forced to take their lessons under a tree in Nyeri and Turkana, but in Baringo, learners from two different classes were forced to learn from one classroom due to lack of classrooms. And Senator Kangata's letter to President Kenyatta on the unpopularity of BBI in the Mount Kenya region raises a heated debate.
That letter was done by Kangata or not, because you have seen today we gave him a chance to explain and he did not explain about that letter.
Nimefurahi sana sababu ya hiyo barua. Kwa sababu wengine wetu hiyo ndio maneno tumekuwa tukiongea.
Faith Cheptile is our sign language interpreter. Good evening, I'm Abubakar Abdullahi and welcome to the broadcast. Now, thousands of pupils resumed learning today on the first day of the second term. The first day of schools reopening faced social distancing challenges. And as our senior education affairs reporter Sharon Baranga reports, some of the schools are opting to introduce learning in shifts so that they are able to manage the population of learners and ensure guidelines from the Ministry of Health are followed to the latter.
Monday morning at Mwiki Primary School in Kiambu.
Our company is small, but we need to have a lot of capacity.
Pupils are gathered at their parade ground, taking instructions of what is expected of them from their head teacher. For some, it has been long since they saw their friends or set foot in school. The excitement of once again coming together in school could be felt as they made their way to classes allocated to them. There are a number of water points and liquid soap placed strategically at a number of places within the school compound.
35.8.
All pupils had their temperatures checked, and at the same time, teachers ensured everyone had their masks on. The school has over 4,000 pupils. The head teacher announced during the parade that the learners will be divided into shifts. The first shift will start from 8 a.m. and those scheduled for the second shift will be expected in school from 3 p.m. This, the head teacher says, will enable them to ensure the protocols from the Ministry of Health are adhered to.
Sina hofu kwa sababu najua wakioga mikono wafae mask watakuwa sawa, na walimu wenye wako hapa wako na discipline, watawafundisha wenye watakaa.
Business ziliisha, mimi kwangu nilikuwa hoka, kazi imeisha na inua inaisha tena. Sasa nimeshindwa mpaka kulipa hiyo private school. Sasa ndio namlete hapa.
At Olympic Primary School in Kibra, parents welcomed the decision to reopen schools. Some of them said it was a decision that was long overdue.
Vile watoto walikuwa mtaani, watoto walikuwa wanaendelea kuharibika. Lakini vile amesema watoto warudi shule, kama mimi mzazi nimefurahi sana, makao amefanya vizuri. Ni vile tu school fees ndio itatushinda, lakini mimi nimefurahia. Juu watoto walikuwa wametusumbua, kama huyu wangu wa forehead mtoto alikuwa ameanza kuuza ice, ukijaribu kumkataza mtoto asikii.
Apart from overcrowding, everything else is normal. Every child is properly masked. Most of those masks they are wearing were provided by the government of the Republic of Kenya, together with our collaborators.
The government says it tested the waters when it partially opened school for close to 3 million learners in October, and that they are confident that all will be well as term 2 kicks off officially. Sharon Baranga, TV 47.
Now, as learning resumed in schools after a long break following the COVID-19 outbreak, some students resumed school while pregnant. However, in many schools, teachers have promised to support them complete their studies. Mike Kagwongo with the details.
It is every parent's wish to see their child succeed academically, evidenced by the strict adherence to the Ministry of Education directive in regard to girls who are impregnated. At Wamalwa Kijana Day School in Bungoma County, one of the schools adversely affected by teen pregnancies, the school principal Kennedy Waliaula says he has welcomed the teen mothers back to school, with counseling sessions by female teachers already in place.
Hatuna uwezo kwa kukuja. Tutawaleta hapa tuketi nao. Kuna walimu wa kike ambao wanafanya na mambo ya ushauri, tutaongea na wale wasichana. Kisha tuwafunze. Ikiwa kuna wale ambao wana ujauzito.
Bungoma County Commissioner Samuel Kimiti and the County Director of Education Philip Chirchir have reiterated that the affected girls must be all allowed back in class, warning teachers who will be against the directive.
Tunataka kuhakikisha mtoto yote ambao alikuwa kwa hii shule kabla corona amerudi. Amepachikwa mimba, amezaa, labda yule hata kuja ni yule yako maternity. Na hata akitoka maternity atapatiwa nafasi ya kusoma.
Like we've been told in this school there are 3700 students. Today I think there are 2800 who have reported. That means about 900 are still out. So as the CC was saying, when you get these statistics, we shall now follow up to find out where those who have not come are, because they could have dropped out of school because of other reasons or out of pregnancy.
Meanwhile, Bungoma DEB is likely to witness a shortage of teachers since 6 teachers at the school are above 58 years of age, thus exempted them from physical interacting with the learners, with social distance being the biggest headache at the institution.
Government, there are 66 na miongoni mwao 6 wako na miaka ya 58 kwenda na zaidi. So na saizi na maanisha kwamba wenye watakuwa regular watakuwa 60. And I'm added another or 2 teachers also.
In Nyandarua County, the Education Board has exuded confidence that learners who are affected by early pregnancies will resume learning.
Kuna wanafunzi wetu wenye walifunga mimba wakati wa hiyo mashule zilikuwa zimefungwa kuanzia mwezi wa 3 mwaka uliopita mpaka Disemba, na pia tunasisitiza na tunasema wanafunzi wote wenye walipata mimba kama County Education Board na kama serikali ya county tunasisitiza wanafunzi warudi shule. Waachie kama ni mtoto mdogo mwenye alijifungua anaweza achia mzazi pia na yeye apate nafasi ya kumaliza masomo yake.
County Education CEC Dongo Wagenye, who is also a member of the board, has called on parents to release their learners, saying the county is committed to ensuring the girls clear school.
Na tutazidi kuunga mkono mashule ndio wapate counseling, ndio wasijione kama they are outcast kama in the society. Warudi shule, wafanyiwe counseling, waendelee na masomo yao.
For TV 47, I'm Mike Kagwongo.
Now, parents of learners from private schools that were closed and some turned into business centers were stranded on day 1 of the official schools reopening as they sought to find admission in public schools for their children. And as our education affairs reporter Andrin Kilemi now reports, some learners in Nyeri and Turkana counties were forced to take their lessons under trees.
This was the situation in most public schools across the country, this being day 1 of official school reopening after about 10 months of extended holiday. Parents and learners were seen stranded outside school gates as they sought to find admission for their children.
Nimekuja kutafuta shule hapa Nairobi River. Watoto wangu wamekuwa kisomenga kiambio, lakini sasa venye nimeenda huko nikapata ni watu wanaishi huko kwa hiyo shule. Sasa ndo nikasema acha nikuje nitafute. Nimekuwa hapa asubuhi by saa 2 nikaambiwa ati sijui kuna nafasi.
Sisi watoto wengi hata wako nyumbani. By the way, ukienda huku urudishwe, utapeleka mtoto wapi na una pesa? Hatuna pesa ya kwenda private sai.
At Rore Primary School in Kiambu County, parents were forced to break into classrooms that had been locked by a contractor, citing delayed payments from the Kiambu County government.
Tumejaribu kusukumana na governor wetu. tumesukumana na yeye ili aweze kulipa contractor aweze kutuachilia tufungulie watoto wetu waweze kupata mahali mzuri pa kusomea.
Low turnout was recorded in a number of schools in Busia County as areas were flooded, forcing learners to use boats to cross from home to schools and back.
Changamoto sababu njia ile walikuwa napitia kama shortcut imefunikwa na maji na inabidi wasungukie kama kilomita 5. Ndio imepidi mimi nimejitoa kama mzazi kusaidia watoto kufukisha kutoka ngambo ile mpaka shule.
In Nyeri and Turkana counties, children were forced to learn from under the trees for lack of enough desks and classrooms, proving social distancing in schools to be the biggest problem.
It was not possible for us to conduct the lessons in classes because of the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Health regulations. That's why we found it necessary to have almost the half of the school to learn under the trees.
Education CS Professor George Magoa has said schools that are overpopulated will not take in more learners as the government is trying to reduce congestion in schools.
Child is brought here and there is space we shall take. If there is no space, my people, where is the Sub-County Director of Education? We have somebody who is here who will ensure by constitution that child is admitted where there is a vacancy.
The government has, however, assured parents that all learners will be accommodated in schools despite challenges experienced. Andreen Kilemi, TV 47.
Now, in an effort to ensure that learners report back to school in good time following the reopening of schools on Monday morning, a good number arrived at different bus stations early to make it to school on time. However, the back-to-school preparations were not complete for some parents as they rushed to bookshops and uniform stores to make sure their last buys for their children. Nanok Lauren with the details.
In an effort to report to school on Monday, many learners were on their way to various bus stations early in the morning. However, the long wait for these vehicles to arrive at the terminus forced a number of them to begin their journey and arrive at their respective schools late.
I reported here at exactly 6 and I've been here waiting for 3 hours. And the journey is to take like 8 hours. And that will make me arrive at school late because we are supposed to report at 3 p.m.
And naelekea Kadika Girls. Sasa sijui hata tutafika saa ngapi juu huku tumekawia sana.
Transline Classic buses heading to the western part of the country, for example, began receiving travelers as early as 4 a.m. on Monday, and by midday there were only 2 buses left. However, the buses give priority to school children in a bid to ensure that all learners are successful in traveling back to school.
Shule ambazo abiria wameenda kama Kisii School, the first batch ya gari ambayo ilitoka ya kwenda Kisii School, wanafunzi wa kwanza nafikiri karibu kufika shuleni sababu ilitoka hapa saa 10:30. We concentrate mostly today on students only. Kwa sababu ndio tunafuatia basi priority ili wafike shuleni, ndio abiria wengine wafuate baadaye.
Parents were flooded in some uniform and shoe stores here in Nairobi in an effort to make their final buys for their children who have already begun to report to school. Many were in long queues, with each of them determined to pick school uniforms and shoes of their choice, with some saying that insufficient funds to aid in early back-to-school preparations prompted the last-minute rush.
We are a bit late, but it is because of the economic situation that we find ourselves in. That is why we are making last-minute, purchases, because we are trying to put together, finances in order to make these purchases.
A similar situation was in one of the bookshops where parents showed up in their numbers to purchase various stationery necessary for their children while in school. Following the tussle of paying school fees, parents who had their children in private schools were received warmly after enrolling their children in Voi Primary School.
Tumepitia sana matatizo mengi ya private, lakini nashukuru hapa wametukubali tuleta watoto wetu ili wapate masomo.
Nanok Lauren, TV 47.
Now, schools reopening was a rush in many counties, with congestion being one of the challenges. Our reporter Fatma Ngwena looks at how the situation was in different counties.
Schools have resumed physical learning after a long break occasioned by COVID-19. Many public and private schools have complied with the Ministry of Health guidelines in curbing the virus, but social distancing remains a nightmare in many public schools. At St. Saviour's Primary School in Nakuru County, there was no social distancing by learners as teachers struggled to rearrange the setting to accommodate the high numbers of pupils.
Hakuna social distance. Ingawaja watoto wanavalia maski, lakini hawa keep social distance. Hii gonjwa ikiweza kuingia pale shuleni itaweza kuangamiza watoto wetu.
In Bungoma DEB Primary School, Bungoma County, which has over 3,000 pupils, teachers complained of congestion as the school can't improvise the proposed idea of learning under shades by the Ministry of Education.
Lile ambayo hatuwezi ni social distancing. Vile waziri amesema kwamba tunatumia any available shade. Shule za town kama hizi hakuna hata shade.
Some public schools in Murang'a County struggle to cope with increased new admissions as many parents have opted to shift their children from private to public schools. A similar situation was witnessed at Lenana Primary School in Narok, where parents were seeking new admissions for their children.
The compound was full with children from the private school, so we are trying to accommodate them in our classes.
Today in the morning, I was having so many parents coming from private schools to look for vacancies in the school, of which I have to give them.
Teachers from various schools in Kakamega County, Turkana County, and parents from Mombasa County in Mlaleo Primary School have pointed out to the fact that there are neither additional classes nor ablution facilities as all levels of Kenyan learners resume learning today.
Hakuna kipima joto. Tumeenda kwa klasi, hakuna madawati. Sasa twashangaa tukiuliza walimu wanasema watoto wekeni chini ya mti kwanza, tutaangalia baadaye vile tutawapanga.
In Uasin Gishu County, education officials have cited congestion of pupils as a major challenge for most schools, with many not having enough desks to accommodate the learners. Fatma Ngwena, TV 47.
You're watching TV 47 News tonight with me, Abu Bakar Abdullahi. Keep talking to us. Send us a message on 22047. Time for us to take a short break. We'll be back with more news after this break. Don't go too far.
What's the perfect way to kickstart your day in the morning? Well, apart from having a healthy breakfast, the Morning Cafe is all you need. We will inform you on what's happening on the roads, dive deeper into the newspapers, alongside heated political debates.
Examples. Yes, we are using examples. Is America here to defend itself?
Did you know that your greatest wealth is health? We get down into farming, education matters, business and innovation. And yes, we cannot forget family matters.
These people want encouragement.
With some good Friday vibes.
When the deal is done.
The Morning Cafe with Linda Alela, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. only on TV 47. What's the perfect way to kickstart your day in the morning? Well, apart from having a healthy breakfast, the Morning Cafe is all you need. We will inform you on what's happening on the roads, dive deeper into the newspapers, alongside heated political debates.
Examples. Yes, we are using examples. Is America here to defend itself?
Did you know that your greatest wealth is health? We get down into farming, education matters, business and innovation. And yes, we cannot forget Family Matters.
These people want encouragement.
With some good Friday vibes.
When the deal is done.
The Morning Cafe with Linda Alela, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Only on TV 47. What's the perfect way to kickstart your day in the morning? Well, apart from having a healthy breakfast, the Morning Cafe is all you need. We will inform you on what's happening on the roads, dive deeper into the newspapers, alongside heated political debates.
Using examples. Yes, we are using examples. Is America here to defend itself?
Did you know that your greatest wealth is health? We get down into farming, education matters, business and innovation. And yes, we cannot forget Family Matters.
These people want encouragement.
With some good Friday vibes.
When the deal is done.
The Morning Cafe with Linda Alela, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Only on TV 47. What's the perfect way to kickstart your day in the morning? Well, apart from having a healthy breakfast, the Morning Cafe is all you need. We will inform you on what's happening on the roads, dive deeper into the newspapers, alongside heated political debates.
Using examples. Yes, we are using examples. Is America here to defend itself?
Did you know that your greatest wealth is health? We get down into farming, education matters, business and innovation. And yes, we cannot forget Family Matters.
These people want encouragement.
With some good Friday vibes.
When the deal is done.
The Morning Cafe with Linda Alela, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Only on TV 47. What's the perfect way to kickstart your day in the morning? Well, apart from having a healthy breakfast, the Morning Cafe is all you need. We will inform you on what's happening on the roads, dive deeper into the newspapers, alongside heated political debates.
Using examples. Yes, we are using examples. Is America here to defend itself?
Did you know that your greatest wealth is health? We get down into farming, education matters, business and innovation. And yes, we cannot forget Family Matters.
These people want encouragement.
With some good Friday vibes.
When the deal is done.
The Morning Cafe with Linda Alela, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Only on TV 47. What's the perfect way to kickstart your day in the morning? Well, apart from having a healthy breakfast, the Morning Cafe is all you need. We will inform you on what's happening on the roads, dive deeper into the newspapers, alongside heated political debates.
Using examples. Yes, we are using examples. Is America here to defend itself?
Did you know that your greatest wealth is health? We get down into farming, education matters, business and innovation. And yes, we cannot forget Family Matters.
These people want encouragement.
With some good Friday vibes.
When the deal is done.
The Morning Cafe with Linda Alela, Monday to Friday from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Only on TV 47. What's the perfect way to kickstart your day in the morning? Well, apart from having a healthy breakfast, the Morning Cafe is all you need. We will inform you on what's happening on the roads, dive deeper into the newspapers, alongside heated political debates.
Using examples. Yes, we are using examples. Is America here to defend itself?
Did you know that your greatest wealth is health?
Welcome back to your channel of choice, the county's television. The High Court has suspended the scheduled Nairobi by-election that was to take place on the 18th of February this year. Justice Anthony Mrima suspended the special gazette notice issued by IEBC following a case that was filed by former Governor Mike Sonko.
The former Nairobi Governor Mike Sonko got a temporary reprieve in his quest to overturn his ouster after the court barred IEBC from conducting the by-election. Justice Anthony Mrima suspended the election on the basis that he cannot allow the by-election to continue while there is an ongoing suit challenging the impeachment of Sonko as the Nairobi governor. The judge ruled that the by-election is temporarily suspended, pending the hearing and determination of the application by Sonko. The case will be mentioned on January 14 for hearing of the application by Sonko. In the case, Sonko moved to court challenging his ouster from office, claiming that the due process was not followed when he was removed from office. Sonko argued that he will suffer irreparable damage, not compensatable in monetary terms, because he stands to lose his position as the second governor of Nairobi City County without the due process of the law. Through lawyer Wilfred Nyamu, Sonko wants the court to bar IEBC from holding the elections. There is an ongoing case in court challenging the appointment of Anne Kananu, Nairobi's deputy governor, after the embattled governor Sonko appointed Anne.
Given the foregoing, and in the interests of ensuring stability at Kenya's capital city and the largest county by economy and population, I do hereby nominate to the position of deputy governor.
The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC cleared Anne Kananu Mwendwa for appointment as Nairobi's deputy governor. Nanu's appointment was altered after the Anti-Corruption Commission barred the County Assembly from proceeding with the vetting process, pending the hearing of the case filed by Peter Odhiambo Hagoro. Speaker of Nairobi County Assembly Benson Mutura was sworn in as Nairobi Acting County Governor.
Elsewhere, a letter written to President Uhuru Kenyatta by Senate Majority Whip Irungu Kang'ata allaying fears of a possible referendum defeat in the Mount Kenya region has elicited mixed reactions from leaders in the region. In the letter, Kang'ata confided in President Uhuru Kenyatta that only 2 out of 10 people support the referendum bill in an unstructured survey that he conducted in Murang'a. Mwangi Maina reports.
In a bold and hard-hitting letter to President Uhuru Kenyatta, Senate Majority Whip and Murang'a Senator Irungu Kang'ata laid it all bare. Kang'ata telling President Uhuru Kenyatta that his brainchild of leaving behind a united country through the Building Bridges initiative is staring at an imminent humiliating defeat in the president's backyard, Mount Kenya region. Senator Kang'ata confided to President Uhuru Kenyatta that only 2 people out of every 10 people support the BBI, whereas 6 are opposed to the process and the other 2 remain indifferent. This, he says, is an unstructured data he collected in Murang'a during the Christmas break. Kang'ata wants President Uhuru Kenyatta to call his house to order by bringing together political leaders from the region, including the grassroots leaders, irrespective of the Jubilee Party faction they are allied to. Kang'ata told President Uhuru Kenyatta that his own personal intervention could salvage the boat from capsizing. In the letter, Kang'ata disclosed to President Uhuru Kenyatta that the use of provincial administrators is proving to be a major setback in the popularization of the BBI report, a move interpreted by many as that of government bulldozing its way and forcing the BBI on the common mwananchi. Kang'ata opines that the provincial administrators should be done away with in the referendum process. Kangata traces the genesis of things falling apart in the Mount Kenya region to the revenue-sharing formula at the Senate. Kangata told President Uhuru Kenyatta that he raised flags early enough, but nothing was done to salvage the situation. However, 10 governors from the Mount Kenya region under the Central Region Economic Bloc have downplayed the letter by Kangata, saying he ought to have followed the official government structures and procedures while addressing the president. The governors chided Kangata, terming his letter as cheap and populist stunt. Murang'a woman member of parliament Sabina Chege said Kangata did not address the president as a representative of the mountain. However, Gatundu South member of parliament Moses Kuria says the letter is a testament that the BBI initiative is set to flop in the populous mountain region.
I'm not so sure now whether that letter was done by Kangata or not, because you have seen today we gave him a chance to explain, and he did not explain about that letter. And you've seen clearly he has also avoided to speak to the media. So I am not so sure whether that was his own letter or not. Never the same as a leader in Murang'a County. I think when he said we are 20%, I would say it's a good reflection, because we have not even started we have not started going to the ground. We went and collected signatures. We are waiting for Chebukati and the team to actually now verify the signatures. From there, we'll be going to assemblies. And so I believe by the time we go to the assembly and the document comes to the National Assembly and the document goes to Wanjiko, I'm very sure we'll be now over 80%.
Nimefurahi sana sababu ya hiyo barua. Kwa sababu wengine wetu hiyo ndio maneno tumekuwa tukiongea. Na kama nilivyosema mara kwa mara, hakuna mtu akona haja ya kupiga mambo ya BBI. Lakini tukasema tukae chini tuangalie mambo machache hapo ambayo yanaleta utata. Na hata mheshimiwa Kangata na mimi tukaunda timu ya upande ya milengo yote. Lakini mambo hayo yalipigwa na watu wengine ambao walikimbia kurudisha signature kwa IBC.
At the Kiambu County Assembly, a number of MCAs echoed Kangata's sentiment, claiming that the situation on ground requires immediate intervention.
I can tell you niko ground naweza kuambia watu 8 out of 10 wanajua na hawataki BBI. So that is important, president aambiwe, na kila mtu anataka kuambia president ukweli. Amwambie ground mambo ni tofauti. Ground watu wanataka kusikia BBI. Hiyo ndio ile kitu iko.
Naunga vile Kangata alisema na vile vyote alisema na barua yake, kwa sababu huo ndio msimamo wa chama.
It's the high time that we sit down as Kenyans and we look at the things that unite us more rather than those which disunite us.
Senator Irongo Kangata, however, did not speak to the media on the issue when he attended a burial in Murang'a. Mwangi Maina, TV47, Nairobi.
Thank you, Mwangi Maina, for that report. Keep talking to us. Send us a message on 22047. We're taking another short break. We'll be back with more. Stay tuned.
If someone really wants you for you, they will pursue you.
Relationships can be a bit too hard to navigate, and intimacy has a certain uncanny charm.
Don't force something on someone just because it worked with your last person.
At the Garden of Eden, your love doctors help you navigate through your relationships.
But you never call a man stupid. Avoid that language. Avoid it.
Men don't know that women, it's the small things.
You need a person who you feel the butterflies.
Make a date with us every Wednesday at 10 p.m.
Equity Foundation has done a phenomenal job. They put the producers, the suppliers, and the people who are using it together. Right now, if you go to any hospital, Mararal, Marsabit, Lamu, all the hospitals, everywhere, everybody's got PPE.
Equity. Bega kwa bega. At Trisent School of Medical Health, Science and Technology, we offer highly competitive courses tailor-made to suit your needs. These include certificate and diploma in theatre technology, medical engineering, nutrition and dietetics, radiography and sonography, science lab, health records, environmental health science, counseling psychology, applied biology, social work and community development, information and communication technology, among others. Register now at our Nairobi campus in Nairobi West around Nyayo National Stadium on 0700-129536. Our Juja campus next to Jomo Kenyatta University on 0700-000760. And our Kisumu campus opposite Swan Center, Oginga Odinga Street on 0703-201229. Trisent School of Medical Health, Science and Technology.
This festive season, do not be left behind from what the Masai Bar and Restaurant is giving away at its respective Masai Big 5 branches in Mombasa. That is Masai Nyali the Lion, Masai Resort Elephant, Masai Beach the Rhino, Masai Villa the Buffalo, and Masai Koroga the Cheetah. If you are alone or with your family and want to unwind, enjoy our delicious meals from Nyama Choma and much more African cuisines, and your kids will not be left out from treats every Sunday with bouncing castles. Enjoy free venue from wedding extension, birthday day parties, and baby showers. Grab 4 beers at 1,000 bob with exclusive rumba from Ambro La Musica, Ricky Mulolo, and alongside renowned bands like the Jumbo Africa Band, and music from here and beyond from our different DJs. Twende Masai Bar and Restaurant. For more information, call us on 0717 310 902.
Pawenzi is the perfect place to get away from the hustles and bustles of the city. Rest and recharge in our cozy bedrooms as you plan to move around Mombasa. At Pawenzi, we have fully serviced studio apartments, 1-bedroomed and 3-bedroomed apartments. Enjoy the breathtaking and scenic views from the balcony before you head down to Shandy Beach. Located right off the Malindi-Mombasa Highway, Pawenzi is easily accessible and ready to receive you with the joy that is synonymous to Mombasa. Call us today and book your staycation spot.
Plaza Beach Hotel. We are located along the tranquil Bamburi Beach, 10 kilometers from Mombasa. Plaza Beach Hotel offers an outdoor pool, terrace, and tropical garden. We specialize in accommodation, conferencing, church retreats, corporate team building activities, end-year parties, massage parlor and spa services, and water sports activities. For booking and reservation, contact us on 0723 661 008 or email us at sales@plazabeach.co.ke or visit our website at www.plazabeach.co.ke. Welcome to Plaza Beach Hotel. Relax and let the breeze from the Indian Ocean massage your skin as you anchor deep in your swimming pool and experience authentic Kenyan hospitality. Plaza Beach.
Welcome back. Let's get to more news now. And chiefs, village elders and clerics from North Rift region have expressed confidence in eradicating female genital mutilation by 2020 as directed by President Uhuru Kenyatta. The leaders say that they have done enough campaign and awareness on anti-FGM and majority of communities practicing FGM in the region have heeded to President Kenyatta's directive. Calvin Chitwa reports.
Speaking in Eldoret, the leaders said FGM has retrogressed development from communities where it is practiced, and time has come for all stakeholders to heed the government's directive of eradicating the vice by 2022.
Tunafanya campaign, tumeenda training through an FGM board ambao through World Vision katika area ya East Pokot, watu wetu ambao wamefunuliwa mambo ya sensitization and campaign ya anti-FGM.
Tiaty East Chief Isaac Kasait, who is also anti-FGM crusader, said all women involved in circumcising girls from Tiaty East have been educated on the consequences of FGM.
Imisa wazazi mrudishe watoto shule, so kwa sababu serikali wako macho wako they are going to deal with you very severely kama urudishe mtoto shule.
Mtoto yote ambaye atakuwa anaenda shuleni, basi jukumu lako mzazi ni kushtakiwa, hakuna kubembeleza.
Other anti-FGM crusaders from the region said majority of women who are involved in FGM have reformed and they are now working as anti-FGM ambassadors in the region.
Sisi kama Pokot tuko nyuma kwa sababu ya hiyo kimila, lakini rais ametukumbuka sana. Tumeshukuru. Mimi ni champion ya kukataa watoto wasichana kukeketwa.
The elders have been using an approach which both men and women are educated about the dangers of FGM.
Watoto wakipaki nyumbani wataona mimi. Hata kama mimi nakuwa mzee, takimbisana na mzee ingine na mama ingine kama nawaja mtoto analala nyumbani. Watoto kama nakisaenda shule kwenda kasana.
Wao ni watoto ambao bahati mbaya wametairiwa, wasiwe na wasiwasi. Kubali neno la Mungu kwako na usome kwa bidii ili uje usaidie wazazi na jamii na community yako.
Calvin Chitwa, TV47, Uasin Gishu County.
Moving on, all is set for tomorrow's Kabuchai constituency Ford Kenya nomination process. Following the demise of the area MP James Mukwe, IEBC declared the seat vacant, slotting a by-election on the 4th of March. Addressing the media at the CDF headquarters where the electoral process is to be conducted tomorrow, the Electoral College Director Hadija Mustafa said that the process will be conducted free and fairly. Delegates who will be participating in the voting process will be from the 4 wards in the constituency and must be Ford Kenya members.
A war of titan. Owing to it that this is where our party leader, Mheshimiwa Moses Wetangula, comes from, where he votes where he's also a voter, he's going to vote for the MP. It's a seat that Ford Kenya must retain at all costs. And I think as a party, and me as the national organizing secretary of the party, I can assure you that this is the seat that we are going to take with landslide votes.
And I want to confirm that indeed tomorrow we are going to hold our primaries. We are well prepared for the exercise, which will take off at 8 all through up to afternoon, and we are going to have our delegates to elect our flag bearer for the exercise, for the by-election, and the decision of using the delegates came after a consultative meeting with all stakeholders, way from the top up to the sub-county level. So far we have 2 candidates. We have Eric Wanyonyi and Mr. Majimbo Kalasinga who applied and qualified, because once you apply, there are the requirements that you have to bring so that you can qualify to be our aspirant.
Now, Pope Francis has accepted the resignation of Cardinal John Jue as the Archbishop, Nairobi, Archdiocese of Nairobi, the Catholic rather. On 6th of October 2007, Jue was appointed the Archbishop of Nairobi. He has been chairman of various commissions such as the Episcopal Commission of Major Seminaries in Kenya and the Kenya Episcopal Conference Justice and Peace Commission. A man was killed in Kutulo sub-county, Mandera County last night under unclear circumstances. Residents demonstrated the killing, as Isadin Haji now reports.
This is a call for justice after one of their own was killed in Kutulo sub-county in Mandera. Family and friends protest in the streets, calling for justice for their slain relative.
We have lost now confidence and trust in our security personnel who are on the ground because of their reckless behavior or indiscriminate killing or judicial killing that is now going on in this part of Mandera County, in particular Kutulo sub-county.
Tunawaambia serikali ya Kenya, sisi ni wa Kenya, sisi ni raia yao, wakianza hii mambo kama hii, sisi hatukubali.
The deceased alongside two men is said to have gone to look for a camel that was injured at the outskirts before he was killed. Locals say that the three were then stopped by security personnel.
Kitu kama saa 3 watoto wetu, vijana wetu wameshikwa wakiwa wanaendesha tuktuku yao, wakiwa wametoka kuchukua gamia yao yenye ilivunjika kwa msitu. Wakawasimamisha vijana, walitia amri, wakasimama, wakakaa, baadaye wakaanza kumchapa, kuwachapa na wakaanza kuwafiatulia risasi.
Angry protesters touched structures in Kutulo police station. Police fired live bullets in the air to disperse the protesters. Kutulo residents now want independent policing oversight authority to investigate the matter and help bring perpetrators to book.
Tutafuatilia mpaka iende kwa IPOA, ifike serikali mahali yenye itafika yote, at least tupate haki. Na hawa askari wako hapa hawatulindi, ila wako kwa kutuua sisi peke yetu.
Not only him, but several have suffered, several have been killed, several have been tortured and maimed by security personnel whom we are. And we don't understand why people are running away from Al-Shabaab and they are running away to Kenyan government, Kenyan security personnel, but the same security personnel are now killing innocent lives.
Residents claim that this is not the first such incident in their area. They say their voices are often unheard and their quest for justice derailed. Isadin Haji, TV47, Mandera County.
Thank you, Isadin Haji, for that report from Kutulo, far northeast of the country. You're watching the county's television. Time for us to take a short break. We'll be back with sports news after this break. Stay tuned.